So we're looking here at this Sherman tank. This is armed with the 76mm main armament. This is an upgrade from the original 75mm Sherman tank that was built during the war. Right now, this tank is in perfect condition externally. You will notice that the paint is very nice. It is well preserved. There's not much damage over here except for these bullet holes, maybe from a machine gun. Other than that, it looks excellent, pretty cool. You will see here at the back so accordingly, this is the M4A3A8 variant with a crew of 5 with 32 tons, maximum speed of 48 kilometers per hour. You will see it's the armament is 76mm gun with a secondary armament of two 30 caliber machine guns in service between 1943 and 1970. So in this video, I'm going to discuss the various components of this tank. So you'll notice its arm incorporates this muzzle brake. What I understand about this muzzle brake is that it helps in diffusing dissipating the energy that is being created when firing the projectile. So it helps in instead of having a very strong recoil. That is, you remember that in every reaction there's a counter reaction. So when the bullet is coming out, what happens is it's also driving in the opposite direction a kind of energy. So this muzzle brake is going to dissipate some of those energy that is produced from the outgoing projectile from this from the main gun. So this is you will notice this one is one of the ball. This is for the release the first machine gun, the 30 caliber machine gun. And that one over there is where the second machine gun is placed, right near the main gun. So they call this the coaxial machine gun. And this one is for the place the third machine gun for anti-aircraft purposes. So basically, Sherman tanks is incorporates about 3 machine guns. You will see, even though this was designed in the 1940s, it still looks good. Yeah, this tank is placed in this Yate Street. This is a little bit busy in this time of the day. So it's very accessible if you want to come here and view this tank. It's easy. It's just about 10 meters from the stadium and Chinatown station. Skytrain. So the main engine of this tank is at the rear. That is where the engine is located. Okay, so this is the back of this tank. You will notice all these rollers, all this bogie suspension. So this truck is about almost 2 feet. So we have here the main roller of this truck system with this suspension bogie. So this suspension bogies makes the ride of this tank a little bit more smoother, especially when in a rough terrain. So these are just doing like this. You'll notice this pneumatic shock absorber over here. And at the top, these are the return rollers. This one. This return rollers is just to support this truck system over here and make the track a little bit stable and aligned. So this is one of the major tourist attraction here. Lots of people are coming here for a photo picture taking, because it's pretty nice. If you're a veteran, then this is one of the best places to visit here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So this odd looking one is a sprocket drive. This is the main drive of this entire truck system of this tank. This is where the engine is connected through a drive front shaft drive, and there's another rear drive shaft over here, of course internally, so we cannot see it here. So from the engine over there at the rear, the power is transmitted through a shaft inside. There's a rear shaft over here, and there's another front shaft, and it's finally connected to this sprocket. And in sprocket drive is the one that is driving this whole thing. Okay, so the next thing is to talk about this frontal armor. Because what happened is the survivability of a tank is dependent primarily on the frontal armor, because this is the first thing that is being struck by a projectile from an incoming shots from the enemy. So what happened is the thickness of this frontal armor is going to show how much protection it's going to protect the crew inside. So accordingly, this Sherman tank is protected by about 2.9 inch frontal armor, or about 75 millimeter. And you will notice here, this is angled at about 45 degrees, which makes an effective frontal armor of a 4 inch if you do it like this. Because what happens is, when the projectile is going to hit this frontal armor, it's going to encounter a 4 inch resistance from here to here. That's one of the reasons why the later tanks produced during the war was angled like this, in a slanting, just like the Tiger 2 and the Panther tanks of the Germans, and as well as the T-34 produced by the Russians. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed this video presentation, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified on my next incoming videos about history, about tanks and in canyons.